What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's doing excellent. Happy Friday. Beautiful weather in New Jersey this weekend. So if you're going to the game, have an excellent time. Quick reminder, this is the last weekend we're going to be taking orders for our fundraiser. We have sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts, and t-shirts. $5 from every purchase will go to the Captain Mark Lee Sr. Christmas Drive in Jersey City, where they buy toys and supplies for underprivileged children. So we appreciate all the support. Thank you so much for that. Jets, Bills, this is an interesting game, man, coming off the Patriot game. Like, I hate the Patriots. I hate the Dolphins. I don't have that same kind of animosity towards the Bills. I guess I have a lot of respect for the organization. Their fans are awesome. They've rebuilt the right way. They're in terms of just an overall team, they're very likable, man. Like Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, they give back to the community. They embrace it. Bills Mafia and all the chaos with tailgating. I mean, obviously, they're a division rival, and I want to beat them, but I don't have that same anger I have with the Bills. I mean, towards the Bills that I have with the Patriots. They're easily one of the best teams in football, an odds-on favorite to go to the Super Bowl, and they're a tremendous litmus test for the Jets. Who are the Jets at this point? You have a 5-3 team coming off a bad loss, but, still in the playoff contention, and now you're going to kind of see where you're at on all sides of the ball. So, it's been a rough week for Zach Wilson, the offense, where every facet of the offense is being criticized and scrutinized. Some are saying it's the play calling. Some are saying it's the quarterback. Some are saying it's a combination of both. All we know is that they've got to be a lot better, a lot more in sync, a lot smoother, and we'll see what happens. So you look at, I guess we'll go to the offense first. How do you attack this Bills defense, which is fast, which is aggressive? They're missing both safeties. I think there's a chance Trey White comes back on pitch count, but I mean, these guys fly around. You got Von Miller, who's got an ankle injury that's day-to-day, but I mean, still, physical, fast, will get after it. And how do you attack this? How do you attack this defense? Do you play conservative with Zach Wilson? And my opinion is no. I think that sometimes you may have to throw this up the run. You've got to let this kid make plays, and it's got to be quick. It's got to be easier. Like 3-step drops, get rid of the ball. I mean, if they're missing safeties, I think maybe you attack the middle of the field. You use your tight ends. You have Uzama, you have Conklin, use your running back side of backfield. Ways to offset this pass rush. Obviously, the Jets' offensive line is still, Mitchell and Fant are coming back after the bye, which is not ideal for this game. So you may have to use more tight ends at the line of scrimmage. You have the running back in the backfield with blocking, but you've got to find ways to offset the pass rush and get Zach Wilson comfortable early. Will they finally use Elijah Moore in a better manner? I really don't know. They have that continuous pissing contest where he only gets 8 to 10 snaps. That's a crime at this point because you didn't trade him. They're talking very highly about Denzel Mims. Will they try to stretch the field with him? I mean, I'm really curious to see what LaFleur does. But this game is on Zach, man. I think in order for the Jets to stay in this game or even try to win this game, I know it's a 12-point spread or 11.5. Zach has got to play solid, man. No stupid turnovers. Manage the game. Just take what's in front of you. And try to put up some points, man. You can't have the defense on the field for 40 minutes this game. You just can't. So there's a lot of pressure on the floor, a lot of pressure on Zach, like I keep saying. I'm not sure if they can effectively run the ball. I think the blueprint to attack the Jets' offense is stop the run, get after Zach, and dare him to beat you. So can the Jets do that? I genuinely don't know. I had a level of faith going into the Jets last week against going with Zach and the offense last week against the Patriots, and that blew up in my face. So I genuinely don't know what to expect this Sunday. I will say this, and I know I'm going to get hate for this. If Zach has an awful first half where he looks similar to last week in the second half, I would seriously consider putting Mike White in. And it's not an indictment on Zach, man. It's about winning games, staying competitive. Like, I know you want to build and develop your young quarterback, but not at the cost of losing games or not at the cost of losing momentum. So that's something that should be on the table if he's struggling mightily. 2 or 3 interceptions, being reckless with the football, I'd take him out. Now, defensively, the Jets' defense can match up with the Bills. They have a tremendous amount. The corners are good, safeties are playing well, the linebackers are flying around. So now here's the key: is how do you contain Josh Allen, who is not only a thrower, but so ridiculously versatile and he can run the football. So are they going to put a spy on him? I think the one weakness on the Jets' defense is if there is one, is their ability, with the linebackers running sideline to sideline, covering tight ends and covering running backs. So do the Jets try to attack that? I mean, do the Bills try to attack that? And how do the Jets just try to contain and get pressure on Josh Allen and take him down? Can they force them into bad throws? Can they get, can they get sacks? Can they get momentum changing plays? I think honestly for the Jets to stay in this game, this is not going to be rocket science, is they've got to play a very clean game. Last week, all facets of the team let them down. Special teams blew it, the defense blew it, and the offense just choked, especially Zach Wilson. You can't have bad turnovers. You can't have these bad penalties. And I understand you're going to say the John Franklin Myers penalty shouldn't have happened. The C.J. Mosley penalty was an awful call, but you can't have them. These 15-yard penalties are just, they're killing the team, man, and they're giving away points. The Jets gave away so many points last week. You cannot do this against the Buffalo Bills. You've got to play a clean game, physical game, and the Jets at their best, is that good enough to beat the Buffalo Bills? And I don't know. I don't think so. I think the Bills are the class of the AFC, class of the AFC East. So in terms of a score prediction, I'm going to probably say 27-17. Maybe the Jets score late. I'd be happy to have this game closer in the third quarter. Maybe have a chance in the fourth quarter to maybe try to tie it, whatever else. But I just think the Bills are so good on both sides of the ball. Now, in terms of the stadium environment, there's going to be a ton of Bills fans there, probably 25,000 fans. And I think the problem you're going to have, too, from a Jets perspective, is that if the offense starts out slow, the crowd's going to turn on it. You're going to have the Mike White chant. It's going to be distraction. It's a tough task for the Jets, and I know Saleh's going to have all the bulletin board material in the world with underdogs at home and everybody's counting you out and all this. They've got to embrace it, and they've got to set the tone on defense. The defense is the identity of this team. They've got to come out. The last thing you want is to come out, give up a touchdown early on or give up points early on, put pressure on the offense. The crowd gets antsy and it becomes a fiasco. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping the Jets find a way to keep this game close. If they pull off a victory, it'd be amazing because you look at it, you have the bye. If you lose this game, the game against the Patriots is probably for your season, man. Because you can't lose 3 in a row in the AFC. You can't lose division games like this. If you're talking about tiebreakers and everything else, conference record, but you lose this game on Sunday, that game in New England is a must-win. You've got to win it, and we'll see. So thank you guys for watching this video. I probably repeated myself because I'm tired and not enough coffee. I'll talk to you later.